Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever or wherever you are watching. Let's get into 90 Day Fiance UK. But before that, I would like to say hello to the chat. Let me see what's going on with the chat. Let me minimize this. All right, Tony Man says, I'm here. It's like I never left. Fo Mikilati says, hey. And Tony Man says, hello, Fo. Chris is not here because she is currently filming her review for, what was it? Westworld. I keep forgetting. So she's right now recording her review for Westworld. Go check that out on Hood Podcast. It should be uploaded by 9 p.m. Also, before I get started, let me just show you guys that my review, for anyone who's watching this on the replay and didn't catch it yesterday, we did a live stream review of 90 Day Fiance Tell All Part 1, and we had a good time talking about that. And then also earlier today, we did the 90 Day Fiance Love in Paradise episodes 8 and 9. Unfortunately, there is no tell all for 90 Day Fiance Love in Paradise, so that kind of stinks, but we talked about that earlier today. Check out those videos if you missed them. Later this week on my other channel, What I Just Watched, I will be talking about, or continuing to talk about, Hellbound and Ju-on Origins. We are on episodes 4 and 5 over there. And then on Friday, we will be having a spoiler discussion live stream about RRR, Carter, and Prey. So definitely check those out. Tony says, that's cool. More intimate setting with the three of us. No problem. So let's get into the matter at hand, which is 90 Day Fiance UK. And I'm going to kind of fly through episodes 2 and 3 because more happened in episode 4, but I'm still going to go through kind of quickly just so I don't miss anyone, because we still have not been introduced to all of the couples, by the way. So here's one of the first couples that we have not been introduced to yet, but it's been promised that we will see them next week, and that's Callum and Marvin. So we're going on, next week will be episode 5, and we still have not met Callum and Marvin. So I'm looking forward to that. We also still have not met Sam and Pat. going into episode 5. I don't know why 90 Days taking their time. Like, come on, speed it up a little bit, because this season of this is a little bit draggy. So let's not do that. Tony Man says, is the movie called RRR or Triple R? It's actually called RRR, and I think it's Rise, Roar, Revolt is what the 3 R's are for. Okay, got it. Yeah, so we haven't met these people yet. So let's move on to, I only have a couple things to say about, see, I'm going to keep calling her Birdie. I know her name is Bridie, but she acts like a bird. In the last episodes, the only thing I can remember about her is her acting super jealous over this dude who's living in another country, and talking about selling her house to bring this dude over, and they're not even engaged. He has not asked her to marry him, nothing. You're barely his girlfriend. Sorry, I need to put something warm on my throat because my allergies have given me a post-nasal drip and my throat feels so dry. But yeah, so this is my new Birdie. This is what we're going to call you. I'm sorry, because what you're acting like. You act like a bird. She is a mother of 2, and she's talking about selling her home, the home that her daughters live in, to bring over this dude. No, I wouldn't do it. I should ask, did you guys even get to see this? Excuse me. Have you got to even see 90 Day Fiance UK? Because it doesn't seem like it's being tweeted about quite as much as the regular 90 Day, but it's still being tweeted about a little bit more than Love in Paradise. But that's all I have for Birdie. She just needs to like not make these horrible decisions. And that's in 3 episodes. This is 3 episodes, and all I have to say about this person is that they make bad decisions. Like, that shows that they're not giving enough. They're just not giving enough. We also meet Emma and Hossein, I think is the way it's pronounced. And Emma is like the new, oh, what was that lady's name? The one that was obsessed with Michael Jackson that bought Soulja Boy a PS5 and a MacBook Pro. She's the new her. I forgot what that lady's name was. But she sends Hossein, she sends Hossein designer clothes and Nike sneakers and all kind of stuff for him to floss in. I should have paused the TV and took pictures of his outfits because they were very interesting. Toneman says, that woman still reminds me of the tenant in 237. He's talking about this woman here. I haven't seen The Shining in a few years, so I will take your word for it. Going back to Emma. Tony says, if there's such thing as a female simp, she's one. I don't think simp has to have a gender, honestly. I think we can call her a simp. Yes, she's a simp. Faux Mickey Lighty says, I've seen some of the episodes still mixed up. Yeah, they don't, gel together. I mean, they don't not gel together, but I don't see where one episode ends and another one begins. It just all runs together in my mind. Tony Man says, Angela? No, not Angela. Angela's with Michael. No, the woman that's with Soulja Boy that brought him the PS5 that he was kissing. If you remember him kissing the PS5 and the MacBook Pro she bought him. I cannot remember her name for the life of me. I just know that she was a Michael Jackson super fan, and she bought Soulja Boy all this unnecessary stuff that she didn't need to buy him. But Emma is like the British version of her, buying Hossein. And also, Emma, what is going on here? This says here that Emma is 44. I'm almost 3 years older. Next month, I'll be 47. I'm 3 years older than you, Emma. What are you doing? Why do you look almost geriatric? Like, have you given up on life? I think this can be corrected. I think the right haircut, a few facials where you get maybe a slight, not like a full chemical peel, but like those like really minute peels that just kind of exfoliate. I think that would help. And also maybe some clothes that are less matronly. We could have you back looking your age instead of looking like you're 64. I don't know. See, I feel like you really have the potential to pretty much look similarly in age to Hossein. Not saying that there's anything wrong with aging. Absolutely nothing wrong with aging. It's premature aging that might not be the best thing for us. I think Emma, if there is a tell all for the 90 Day Fiance UK, I expect to see you bring it. I expect to see you, step your game up, because sometimes people don't realize until they see themselves on television. Then they're like, oh snap, I just really let myself go. Um, Let me move on, because I feel like I'm saying things that could be too negative, and I'm not saying these things to hurt anyone's feelings. That's not me, but I have to be honest. Okay, Alejandro and Kadie. I want to speak like her grandmother. I almost have their accent down. When Kadie's grandmother said, "If Kadie leaves the family, it would break my heart." No, I think she doesn't pronounce the H. I think it's break my heart. I'm working on it. But her grandmother said, "I've been taking care of Kadie since she was a baby." And I just love it. I don't I The accent, I guess, is Rastrick, England. I love that accent. It is so so cute. Yes, Tony man, that's who it was. Kimberly. That the way Soldier Boy said it was Kimberly. Yeah, Kimberly was the one buying all these things, and Emma is like the new Kimberly. Or did I get it? I was worried that I wouldn't nail it. I'm still working on it. I'm working out the kinks, but I love that accent. It's really, really pretty. Now, the thing with Kadie is that she may not know what a Mexican is because this right here, when she touched Alejandro's mother's hand and said, "I love your tan," I I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. Like, that's not a tan, sweetheart. That's just the pigment of her skin. And it's such an odd thing. I still don't dislike Kadie. I just feel like it's the most, I'm gonna call it, naive thing ever, but it was just so, I'm just not used to that. I'm not used to that level of, maybe a person being sheltered. Is that what we're gonna call it? Maybe a person being sheltered. Oh, you know what? I have to take that down so you can see what she's saying. I love your tan. Yeah, that was wild. But I do like that Kadie went to Mexico to see him. Alejandro first came to England to see Kadie, and she took him out on the top of that double decker bus, and he froze his tailbone off. And then she came to visit him in Mexico, and I'm guessing that she's coming during the winter. Well, yeah, it seemed like the timeline was kind of close together, so I'm thinking it's still winter time, which is good for her because it means that she's not getting the brunt of the heat. That's what I always tell people, because I live in Central Florida, and whenever people come or want to come to visit and they're from a colder climate, if they're from up north or the Midwest or something, I always tell them, come during the winter time, because it'll be easier for your body to handle wintertime Florida heat. If you come, from a cold climate to summertime Florida heat, a lot of people can't handle it. It takes a while for your body to adjust. Tobin says, "Good God, what's wrong with her?" She really doesn't know, because I don't get the impression that she has any malice intent in her heart at all. I don't get that impression. I just really think it's straight up ignorance. Tobin says Kadie had a blonde moment. It's just so, these are things that usually would happen, and like, I can't say this has never happened to me. This has happened to me, but kindergarten, 4-year-olds, these are things that, children say, because they don't know any better, because they're children, they're small children. They look at each other and go, "Oh, how come your hair is like this?" Or, "How come my hair can't do that?" I mean, that's what little children usually do when they come in contact with people that are different from themselves. But since Kadie, where she lives must not be very integrated at all. And I'm not just saying, with Mexicans, clearly there's probably less Mexicans in the UK than the US, because just we're closer, we're neighboring countries. But I'm sure you've seen people with browner skin there, like Middle Eastern people, Pakistani people, people from Iran or Iraq. Those There's no way that you. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on because I'm just. Uh, I'm gonna call you Minky. I like that better. Minky says she looked like she's trying to rub the brown off her. Yeah, summertime Florida heat makes you want to punch a turtle. Wow. It definitely makes you want to do something. I remember when I first moved down here and when you would go from inside your air conditioned apartment to opening the front door to go out, it felt like the heat was smacking you across the face like a bitch. Like that Florida heat said, bitch. All right, moving on from Kadie to Victoria and Shintori. Shaun, you want to go by Shaun? Shaun, I forgot what your last name is, but I like Shintori better. I don't even know why you go by Shaun. Shintori is a cooler name. But I guess you want to be Shaun. I mean, I don't want to disrespect you, but I'm just saying Shintori is a better name. Now, the thing that you have a problem with, Shintori, is lying. I feel like you're a lying liar who lies, and you don't know what the truth is. So it says that I'm almost positive that she's seen different types of black skin tones. Oh yeah, that too. There's lots of do they in so just black, what they call themselves Afro English? Caribbean? I know there's Caribbean people there because I have a whole section of the Jamaican side of my family that lives in London and surrounding areas of London. So I know there's a large Caribbean community there, and I know there's a growing African community there. So, and of course, you know, people intermarry, and there's, you know, what is it? I think they call them mixed race in the UK, whereas in the US, a lot of times they just say biracial, but over there they say mixed race. And I feel like mixed race is more accurate. But yeah, it's just weird. She must come from a very, very insular town that is not very integrated, which happens. We have places like that in America. There's still places in America that are like 99% Anglo, and other places that are like 99% black. Like it's wild. So it says, check that interweb connection. You started to sound like Johnny Five. Yeah, it's been tripping lately. It says that I have, let me just double check. It says my signal is strong, but it happens. There's nothing I can do, unfortunately, with that. Hopefully it'll work itself out. Minky says, Shaun really was gaslight. Yeah, he sits there and he says, he denies telling her things that he told her. Like the whole situation with him saying that he used to work in New York, but then later on he says he's never been to America. And she's like, no, you definitely told me you used to work in New York. So he's just, and then the whole marriage situation where he won't give her a straight answer as to whether he's divorced. He keeps saying, I'm divorced in Japan, but he keeps saying in Japan, which implies that you have another wife maybe outside of Japan. I don't know. I don't trust this dude. I don't know why he wants to lie so much. Just stop it. You know, when he's trying to think of his next lie, like he can't control his facial expressions. He's not a good liar either. And this haircut is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Oh, I forgot about the first lie he told about his age, which was a lie by omission, because really it was just that he didn't tell her he was in his 40s, because he let her believe that he was in his 30s. Shaun just seems like a major phony. She's desperate because of her low self-esteem. Yeah, she could have low self-esteem as well. I do notice that they have difficulty expressing themselves to each other because they're both, in their manner of speaking, very, very polite. So you have a super polite Japanese person talking to a super polite person from England, and it's almost like a competition for out politing each other, but they never actually get to the point, and that's a problem. Like somebody's got to be more direct at some point, or else you're just going to keep going around in circles. And I'm already kind of bored with their storyline. Let's get into Shaun and Christine with his nasty ass. Tony Man says, I thought dude wasn't straight when I heard and saw him. Nah, I didn't get that from him. I didn't get that from him at all. Now, Shaun is very, very excited that Christine finally made it over from the Philippines with their little boy. And unfortunately, this is what she ends up coming home to. What should we say about this? What do y'all think this is supposed to be the room that he prepared for her son, or their son rather? Talk about really horrible transitions. I remember she said that when she looked at that room, she wanted to go back to the Philippines. Minky says he looked to heaven for his answer and still couldn't find it. Great placement for the mattress on the closet. Very space saving. Yeah, like he didn't even bother to try. Like literally, you could have just pushed these things around and had a suitable place, for the baby. And what is this? Is this a dryer or stove or washing machine? I don't know what is that sitting here. This looks like an appliance sitting in the middle of the room. And that looks like black flag. Is that roach spray? Hold on, let's zoom in. Black a pet? I don't know. That's some type of black flag spray. I don't know. I'm not gonna assume it looked like bug spray. I wouldn't be surprised because his house was super duper nasty. I don't know if you saw the dishes that he had put in the cabinet. I'll show those to you. People are talking about that on Twitter. When we get to the tweets, I'll show those to you. Looks like my signal is acting up again. Sorry if I am freezing. My signal is a mess, but I'm going to keep going. But yeah, the mattress is sitting here on top of the wardrobe. He has, a dresser. Like he has the things that he's supposed to have, but he didn't put them in the right. He didn't set them up in the right manner. It's just sorry. It's got the heebie-jeebie. I don't want to look at this anymore. I think you all get the point. And then she just had to tell him about Tony says that's his catch-all room that he should have cleaned. Yeah, that's supposed to be the baby's room, and he didn't even bother to set anything up. Terrible. So later on, she takes him to task about the bathroom because the bathroom. If you saw the dishes that he had put back underneath the in the cabinets, like he put dirty dishes in the cabinets. He didn't wash them. He just put them away dirty with food dried on them. Then you probably can expect, what the bathroom is going to look like. Shaun shouldn't even be arguing with her on wanting to clean. Let her. Not heebie-jeebies. They're called douche chills. Oh, we haven't even gotten to the douche yet. There is a much douchier person on this show. We haven't gotten to him yet. Okay, so in this scene, she says you have to sit on your toilet like a prince or like a princess or a queen. It's her way of saying clean this mess up. This is nasty. Now, moving on to the actual now it's time to get the douche chills. Oh my God. I'm at a loss for words. I want to feel like he's trolling. I want to feel like his whole persona is a put on for the cameras because I don't want to believe that a person this disgusting exists. Like everything he says is just so gross. I mean, you want to talk about like if you wanted the definition of misogyny, you could look and put his picture on a Wikipedia page and describe misogyny. This is when he went out with his friends with this hideous velvet shirt on. It's just this. Actually, all his clothes are hideous. Everything that he has worn on the show has been god awful, and I don't understand. Is he doing this on purpose? Is he purposely trying to be a people repellent? I don't understand. It's just. Tony Man says that dude reminds me of Hopper's evil twin. Mm. But he's just like really excited about what's his girlfriend's name? Kathleen, was it? Let me go back. Yeah, Kathleen. Exciting about her coming to clean up after him and his son. Yeah, he said that dude's only 41. Yeah, only 41. Yeah, y'all millennials got to moisturize. I don't know what are you doing? What are you doing? Gray in the beard already. Wow. Anyways, he brags to his friends about how she's going to do all the work and he's going to get all the benefits because, I don't know, caveman, RRR, grunt, babble, bang chest, whatever else he was talking about. I stopped listening because, like, the fact that they sat at the table and nobody challenged him, they just were like, I don't think she's going to like that. And that's about it. Like, the non confrontationalness of people in the UK. I don't, let me take that back. I don't want to judge all people in the UK because clearly you can't judge a whole nation, or actually collection of nations, because the UK is more than one nation kind of put together. But the people that he's around, I wish they would have spoken up. Later on, he goes to host a quiz night for a nudist group, and we learn why 90 Day UK has that parental advisory at the beginning that says for mature audiences. They are determined to show us as many hairy man asses as possible, unblurred. I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this. And so I always hate it when people hold their microphone like that. I'm using a microphone right now. I have other microphones too. This is let me hold up. This is the microphone that I'm using. If you have to hold your microphone on your chin like this, that sucker's broken. you don't need to hold the microphone on your chin. Just hold it just like this. This distance away from you. It should work. If it doesn't work, buy another microphone. I don't know. Everything about him irritates me. You see, I'm nitpicking now because everything about him irritates me. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. This is a screen capture I took from TLC's Twitter page, and this is reminding me of when Shaun tried to take Christine and the baby out on a train ride, and it was cold and rainy, and mind you, they just came from the Philippines. They're not used to this cold ass weather. And then to make matters worse, his umbrella flips inside out. It was a mess. The whole scene was a mess. But it was great for TLC. I mean, also the soot from the engine was getting in their faces, or the smoke, maybe not soot but smoke, but the whole scene was just a fail, and TLC loves to film people failing. That's what they do. Tony Man says earphone alert next time. Oh, sorry, I forgot that when I put the microphone closer to my face that it would be a lot louder. That shows you how good my microphone is, because it's not close to my face, but it picks up really, really well. It's a directional mic. By the way, $11 on Amazon. Probably one of the best purchases I've ever made. Mickey says they confront people good enough when they lose a soccer. Good point. That's a good point. The same people that are just so polite and always saying excuse me and pardon me, I'm terribly sorry. When the soccer team loses, they go from I'm terribly sorry to oi oi. they start gang banging over soccer. Yes, this is true. So yeah, good point, Minky. That was a good point. Well, I think that's all the pictures I have for there. So I can jump right to the tweets, because this show definitely gave Twitter something to talk about. I'm going to reshare the screen and we'll get into these tweets, because I saw a lot of really good tweets. Here we go. By the way, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. Like, I know it seems weird that my account has very few followers on here, but it's because it's an old account that I actually As you can see, I started in 2012, and then I just like forgot that I had it for years, and then I just started retweeting on it maybe 6 months ago. I started reusing this Twitter account again. So go ahead and follow me on this one for 90-day stuff, because as we have a good time talking about 90-day. Tony Man says, soot in the eyes is a bitch. I've had it when I used to take the steam train to Gillette's Castle. Shout out to Connecticut. I think that's Connecticut, right? Or is that in Massachusetts? I want to say Gillette's Castle is in Connecticut. I don't think I've ever been to Gillette's Castle. At least I don't remember. Tony says, when I was a kid, that was. And Mickey says, I feel like Shaun got roaches. Well, that's what I was trying to figure out with that canister on was sitting up there. It looked like it looked like it might have been roach spray. Tony says, yes, Connecticut. Okay, let's get into these tweets. By the way, Shaun is on Twitter. I retweeted him so y'all can see that he is tweeting, and it's showing himself and Victoria at Buckingham Palace. So that was posted August 15th. So they seem to still be enjoying each other's time. Which I wish they kind of didn't do this, because it kind of like now you don't really need to see a reunion because you already know what's up. Like they kind of should be under like a gag order a little bit until the season is over. Okay. T says, God damn. Well, at least he's honest. Shrug. And this is a picture of Richard saying, I was fishing for another international bird. And like I said before, everything that he wears is hideous to me. It is offensive to my eyesight. Bo Mickey Latte says, and the maggots in the cabinets. Oh, were there okay, I didn't look at there's a picture on here. I'm gonna scroll to it. I didn't look at it too closely because I was grossed out. Another tweet by T, viewer discretion advised, which I told you about. See, these pictures, everyone's taking the screen captures of just the above the waist shots. TLC was showing people's cheeks, and I was not ready for that. 90-Day Fiance fan says, Christine's face when she walked into Shaun's flat. Bet she wished it was a prank. Sorry, Christine. Shaun is no Belial. Yeah. And shout out to Christine's baby. That is a cute baby. Look at that baby. I mean, I call children babies until they're 5 years old. So yeah, I know they're technically like toddlers or whatever, but to me, it's a baby. Tony says, also the term bird is offensive, I think. I didn't know, because it's not a term that we have used in America since like the 1960s. I think I've heard it in older movies. So I'm going to go with that. Because we haven't seen it used since the 60s, it probably is offensive. Kind of like broad. It's probably like the British version of the word broad, which is offensive. TV Food and Book says Shaun and Christine are the UK Mike and Jimena, and I think that is an accurate comparison. Yeah. Because both Shaun and Mike have a nastiness about them, an uncleanliness about them. And Jimena and Christine might both be, or might both have thought they could overlook that to try to have a better lifestyle, or what they think would be a better lifestyle. You call Gen Z babies as well. Yeah, I do call the Gen Zs the babies as well. I do. And I don't mean it in a negative way. I greatly respect Gen Z, especially for how active they are politically, and how, oh, maybe those are maggots. Are those? Oh goodness. I'm sorry, I just got distracted because Mickey Lighty said maggots in the cabinets. These are the cabinet pictures. Big Ed's neck posted says Shaun has more food on his dirty dishes in the cabinet than the fridge. Now I didn't zoom in on these. I just happened to look, but let's look at the fridge first. Ease into this. The fridge is empty. Okay. Now I'm going to zoom in. I don't even want to touch my screen. I really don't want to touch my screen to zoom in on this. Okay, that just looks like dry food. It's dry food. Thank goodness. I did not want to see maggots. I probably was going to hurl in my mouth if I saw maggots. This is nasty enough. This is in the cabinet. This is in the cabinet. Who does this? Oops. Who does this? Who puts dirty dishes in the cabinets? Like, ugh. Why? Or if, I mean, I've had times where I didn't feel like doing dishes, and you know what I do when I don't feel like doing dishes? I go to the dollar store and buy some paper plates. And that way, when you don't feel like doing dishes, you can just throw out your paper plates. I'm quite sure they have paper plates in the UK, so there's no reason for him doing this. Blighty Day Fiance says Barb and puts it is kind of a very similar shirt. Very, very similar shirt. Fomiki Lexi says, I call people whole birds when they act like birds. That's mean, ain't it? I'm trying to change. Oh, well, that's a different terminology. Like bird, and I'm gonna call it African American vernacular. We use bird to mean like a person that's just dumb as hell. Like they're like a bird brain kind of. I think that's where it might have derived from, calling people bird brain. But yeah, that's different than when they say the old fashioned definition of calling young ladies birds. But yeah, we still say birds. That's why I keep calling Birdie. Inside her name is actually Bridie, but she acts like a bird, so I'm going to call her Birdie. Tony Man says, how do those maggots taste? You're eating maggots. Nice Lost Boys reference. And I think that movie is, 35 years old this month? I want to say it was released 35 years ago in August. I think there's a recent anniversary for the Lost Boys. Amazing movie, by the way. Let's see what else here. Agni Pun says, I'd love to get the flat ready for Christine's arrival, but I'm financially tight. Bro, washing the dishes is free. It's true. T says, if things don't work out between Victoria and Shaun, I'm sure Ella would gladly jump on that, which is true. And they put, of course, here a picture of Shaun and Ella's fetishizing self. I hope she got that together. Come on, go back. Here we go. LDL or Lisa Delat says, this absolute piece of bleat should not be on anyone's TV screen. Which cave did the producers get him from? And I'm just wondering, like, the way he speaks, it's either a complete and utter lack of self-awareness, or he's trolling. I don't know whether to believe this is real or not. I honestly don't know whether to believe that is real. Danielle Dean says, watching 90 Day Fiance UK, and I think British people and American people forget they are the foreigners in their significant others' countries. The ignorance is real. I have noticed that too at points. Being Nosy says, how many 90 Day Fiance shows are they going to have? And I'm still going to watch them too. I say the same thing. Whenever they come with a new 90 Day, I'm like, we don't need that. But then I end up watching it anyways. The August Mermaid says, if TLC thinks that I'm going to watch 90 Day Fiance UK, then they are absolutely right. Shiwana says, child, I've been almost every round of the 90 Day Fiance franchise, and this chick selling her house to get dude a visa on 90 Day Fiance UK is by far the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And she has daughters. Agree. TH at Being Nosy says, well, I was definitely not expecting to see this only 5 minutes into the episode. Yeah, I told you. Like, they showed a whole room full of naked people, and none of them under maybe 45 years old, with the exception of, I wanted to call him Roger. No, his name is Richard. Isn't it funny that the nickname for Richard is Dick? just that just occurred to me. Blighty Day Fiance also says, it's giving Keep Sweet, Pray, and Obey, which is a Netflix documentary about, I think it might be a Latter-day Saints or some type of Mormon cult type of situation documentary. I think I saw a advertising for that. Sorry, I got distracted by the chat because I'm getting like, I don't know what this is. Some type of spam advertisement. I'm not going to pay it any mind. It's just really hella bright. Moving on. Stephanie Bradley says, Bridie is quite possibly the worst mom in 90-day history. How can you justify selling your home, the place your 2 kids live, for a man that isn't even your fiance? Your kids and their well-being come before anyone. Have to agree. Let me see if I can get rid of the spam. How do I do this? Do I click on this and go? There you go, block user. That's how you do that. Okay, that was fairly easy. Tony Man says use your band hammer. I just found it. That's the first time I've ever had to use it. But thanks. And thanks for the spam alert, by the way, as well. Okay, back to what we were talking about. Grace, at Grace Hackney says, OMG, this creep has already poisoned his 12-year-old son's brain. Just flushed the whole family down the toilet. And as you can see here in the first panel, it says, how would you feel, Alfie? And Alfie, by the way, is the most British name I've ever heard. I've never met an American Alfie, only British Alfies. How would you feel, Alfie, if Kathleen came over? And Alfie says, the house wouldn't be as dirty. So he's already teaching the misogyny to the baby. Teaching his baby the misogyny. What a mess. Mickey says, Richard acts like that in real life, but he just amplified his personality. It's definitely angling for a spinoff. I Love 90 Day says, how do you date someone online and not know his basic information, like how old they are or what they do for work? And that's definitely referring to Victoria and Shintori Shaun. And we talked about this, but Elosin, or I'm going to say at Denver Nicole. No, what? It's Nicole spelled backwards. That's what Elosin is. Watching 90 Day Fiance UK, and I'm pretty sure Kadie has never seen a Mexican before. And that's exactly what I said, because for you to think it's a tan, it's wow. Sarah Smith says, do you know why some British women are hard work? Because of slobby a-holes like the prick who think, like this prick who thinks they're God's gift and treat women like maids. Yuck. Yeah, I think that's the end of the tweets. Funny thing. Oh, I should share this. Let me see if it's still up there. Let me stop sharing my screen and share a different screen, because this was very interesting. Just before I went live, I noticed something. I got a notification. There it is. We'll share again. I had just maybe an hour or so ago I posted on Instagram, because I usually do. I usually post on Instagram saying when I'm going to go live. And so I posted my thumbnail saying I'm going to go live. Get a notification and notice it's deleted. I knew he was going to do that. When I go here, there it is. So he deleted it, but it's still in my notifications. Richard put, I mean, my fashion in that photo is non-existent. Who's ready for some nudity? I took a screen capture on my phone because I had a feeling, because the last couple times when someone has messaged me or responded to me on social media from one of these shows, they tweet and delete. It happened with what was his name? The Korean guy from what was that? The princess show where everybody was competing for the little black princess. I forget the name of it. I literally reviewed the show and now I've forgotten the name of it. He tweeted and deleted. The only two that have been pretty stand firm in their stuff has been Valentine and Carlos. Like, if they've said something on social media, they left it there. But as you can see, this punk tweeted and deleted his junk. As you see, it's in my notifications where he posted it. But then when I go here, it's not there anymore. Tweeting and deleting. Punk shit. I don't know. What do you guys think of 90 Day UK? Do you think it's as slow as how I feel it is? I feel it's extra slow, and it's not the same type of like appointment TV that regular 90 Day was. And do y'all think I should cover 90 Day the Single Life? Because it looks like it might be interesting. I've never covered it before. I've caught bits and pieces of it, but I'm deciding whether between covering that one and covering 90 Day Happily Ever After, or I might combine it into one thing. Because as you can see, I'm having a hard time just squeezing an hour of commentary out of 90 Day UK. That's how kind of boring it is. Tony Man says, "Law, I wish I would have seen it. I would have been entertaining." Fomiculite says, "It's different." Yeah, and some parts of it I like kind of the way it's filmed, because it does remind me of that very first season of 90 Day Fiance, where it was a lot more documentary like, and I enjoy that part of it. I wish that they would kind of go back to it being more documentary like, and less I feel like it's morphing more into what other reality shows are like Love and Hip Hop and Real Housewives. That I don't like. I like the documentary part of, or the documentary feel. So I like that part of 90 Day UK, but the storyline is moving at a snail's pace. And it's like you're stretching this thing out that doesn't need to be stretched out. And they better not pull that like 17 episodes or however many we got of 90 Day. Because for 90 Day Love in Paradise, they were able to wrap that season up in 9 episodes. And I think that the regular 90 Day Fiance could have easily wrapped up in 12 episodes. I don't think it needed as many episodes as they strung it out to be. But with UK, like I said, everything that happened in episodes 1 through 3 could have all been shown in episode 1. Tommy says, "Happily Ever After, because maybe they'll have some people I recognize." Oh, well, and Happily Ever After, we know that it's going to be Angela. Who else is going to be? You know what? Let's see. Let me open a tab and find out who's supposed to be on this season of 90 Day Happily Ever After. Oh, let me move this over. Okay, 90 Day. Okay, what season are we on? Season 7, okay. Season 7 cast. Okay, let's share the screen here. Okay, so according to Google, by the way, Fomiki Latte says scripted. Yeah. 90 Day Fiance. Well, that says TV series. That doesn't say. Okay, here's EW Meet the Cast for season 7. Jeez, this site is not loading very well. Entertainment Weekly. I think it's starting to load now. Probably because it's set up like a news site. News sites always. Tony Man says, "Angela, ugh, facepalm." Okay, this looks like, hold on. Maybe we can play a little bit of this trailer. Let's rewind it.
Ready?
Go!
Scream!
Coming from different countries, we've always gone through a lot ups and downs.
Finally, we reached the top when we got married.
All right, ready?
Ew.
Oh my God, no!
Since Ed and I got engaged,
I keep her on her toes.
it's never a dull moment with Ed.
Okay, go-kart racing. That's Kimberly and
I don't
Usman.
really care what other people think. I don't look at him as like he's 18 years younger than me. I mean,
love.
the love is there. So that's what's important. I'm Soldier Boy's girlfriend. That's so crazy.
You are mine forever.
Do you take this man to be your
Oh,
husband?
that's pretty.
Will
Look
you
at the
love him
colors.
for as long as
I
you
love
both
that.
shall
That's
live?
so pretty.
I do.
Why are they getting married
It is
again? Aren't
my
they already
honor to
married?
pronounce them husband and wife. You may kiss your bride.
I have to look at Jovi's face.
I've gave nothing but loyalty to Michael for 5 years.
There's that six, baby.
But
Now, who is
at
this?
point, I gotta
Oh,
do what I
no.
gotta do for you. What do you think about me coming to Canada?
I know, it's like
She's
why he has
cheating.
this kind of trust issue. Well, because you're out of his league.
Oh, those
She
girls, they're gonna be a
totally
problem.
get any guy that she wants.
I don't like these girls. I think they're influencing you in the wrong way.
Hold on, let me pause it. Doesn't that remind you that Eddie Murphy? There was an Eddie Murphy joke. I don't know whether it was in Raw or Delirious, where he said he was going to marry an African woman, and because she won't know about American customs, but then when she starts hanging out with American women, she's going to come back and talk. And the way he described it was literally what we just saw with that. I think she's Ukrainian young lady, and the two American girls telling her, "Oh, you could do better. He's beneath you." It was giving that. Faux Mickey Light says he is greasy. Are you referring to Big Ed? Because that's the first thing I think of when I think of greasy. Tony says they should do 90-day type of real world road rules challenge. I'd watch that. Yeah, that would be interesting. Let's see here.
Not only are they whispering behind your back, but they're writing letters to make false allegations against you to Homeland Security.
I just don't know, like, who would have tried to sabotage us.
If there is a lot of people from the family, they will make problems from us. I actually might be deported.
Are you really sure that you're going to allow me to have that second wife?
Hell no, she's not going to allow it.
I'm not yelling, I'm making the points.
He didn't raise his voice at all.
It's a woman that's just going to sit there and keep her mouth shut and be like, okay, I'm not that chick. I'm going to go because your ass is pissing me off.
See, that's abusive.
Wow.
That's abusive.
I'm tired of your dishonesty. She was physically all over you.
You think I'm having a relationship with someone?
I don't care about Big Ed and this lady.
Are you a lesbian?
I want them to go away. Don't care.
Why does everybody think it's okay for me to sit here and take all this abuse?
You are overreacting. I need to
Don't
pamper you
follow
every
her in
time
the room.
Whenever you get mad.
Gonna do
what?
Away from me! Get away from me!
Oh,
Forever.
she wants to swing on him.
Understand?
He's like, his eyes. I can't believe she hit me. His eyeballs. He couldn't believe it. Yeah, I knew we were gonna pop off if he followed it. Because when a person gets angry and leaves the room, don't follow them because they're leaving the room to try to calm themselves down. Well, Mickey Latte says, Big Ed, yeah. So we're on the same page with the greasy, yes. Tony Man says that was delirious. Yes. Yeah, it was Eddie Murphy delirious, but we just witnessed what Eddie Murphy described in real time with I never remember that girl's name. You have noticed that there's certain people I remember their names and other people once their season's over, who is that? I don't know them anymore. Mickey says Usman might already be married. Oh, Oh, did he ever divorce that first lady that was coming over there, bringing him gifts? I forget what her name was. Because he might have married that lady. I don't know. That is a good point. Is there, let me see. Okay, so we see who's on Happily Ever After. Let me find out who is on 90 Day to Single Life. So we're in season 3. Is that what it is? Okay, 5 days ago. Okay, I have to open another tab because that was going to do something I didn't want it to do. We will check out 90 Day to Single Life. And see which one looks more interesting. Pause. I'm changing the speed, Tony, man. You don't even have to tell me. I'm getting the hang of it now. Okay. Oh, see, I said it before. You remember the speed. Yeah. Okay, so this is a single life.
So does that mean it's over? Was it over when? Even though Maria
That's single tier.
Heart, I'm not gonna give up on finding real love.
I didn't feel a love connection. I hope we can be friends.
It would be nice to celebrate my 70th with.
Hold on, I'm gonna change the speed to faster, not slower. I don't think I can take listening to this slow. Let's do it faster.
Someone close to my heart. I'm getting bad.
You just want to do what you want
Oh,
to do.
she looks better with the red hair. I like the red hair. Oh, I can't stand this lady.
I'm a family woman, and I know it for sure.
You're a crazy woman. It's all in your eyes. You're nuts.
Be happy, okay?
There was so much unhappiness with Sinjin. I'm ready to start a new chapter. I've actually kind of wanted to be with a bald guy. I've never licked a bald head before.
Okay.
No, I'm ready for love.
Why does he have a top hat on? What is
My
this?
dream come true, and I'm not gonna stop until I find the future Mrs. Mac.
I have this hot guy next to me. I feel like I'm in Hollywood movie, and I love it.
I met a fellow. He actually kind of looks like you.
Oh my God.
Our relationship could change if we get more serious with partners.
What's in your pocket? Chopstick?
Chopstick.
Really?
Dating as a single mom with 2 kids is ridiculous.
I could rearrange the alphabet.
Tony said that dude's back. LOL. I think he did marry that wildebeest. Don't think if they ever got a divorce. Wow, not wildebeest.
Put you and I together.
It's chocolate.
Oh,
I haven't had sex in over 13 years.
we don't need to see that. We definitely don't. This is elder.
Separated.
On paper.
I don't want to see all
Anyone
that.
asks, I say I'm divorced.
I'm just lying.
It's not lying.
I'm actually dating a married woman now.
With being with Sinjin?
I needed you. You're my
Uh-oh, we're seeing the crew. You know shit is popped off when you see the crew. We're not meant to see them.
So much.
Hello, how are you, man?
You're here.
Yeah. This used to be my.
Pause it again. Tony Man says, wasn't that the Connecticut chick whose boyfriend had to go to the packy? You mean the package store? Is that what you're saying when you say packy, the package store? Yeah, he had to go to the package store. Yes, that is the girl from Connecticut. And Sinjin, that was Bushman. He said he was a Bushman from South Africa.
My house. You're not gonna around here with this girl.
Go.
Tim, go somewhere.
That's serious. He uses me.
You are a grown woman.
Whom I want to spend the rest of my life.
Come popping. Here she come, popping her happy ass back around to the mountain man. I'm fed up with her. He should be fed up with her. I hope this is just acting and it's not real, because that's not a good look. She looks really pretty here. That's a really nice photograph. I will say that. Very nice looking lady. But what she is showing us on the show is giving crazy. I don't know whether she wants us to think she's crazy or it's a story. What's weird about 90 Day is because so many people have been exposed, you don't know what's real anymore. You don't know whether these people are being themselves or if they're putting on for the cameras, and it kind of takes away from it. So now that didn't help me at all. I still don't know. If I do both shows, they're going to be combined into one live stream. I can't see being able to stretch 2 different live streams out of those shows. It would have to be like one live stream that combines both of those shows. I think Happily Ever After starts this Sunday. Well, wait. No, I think it starts next Sunday, because this Sunday, it's only August 16th. I think it starts somewhere like the 28th or something like that. So we might have 2 weeks in between. Tony Man said that's how the mom said it, because he drank all the beer. I don't even think it was beer. I think it was a hard liquor. It was like It was like Jack Daniels or something. It wasn't like a regular beer. I think that's what made it even wilder. But let me do this. Let me do my little advertising one last time before I get out of here so you guys know what's coming up this week. Like I said earlier, yesterday we did the tell-all live stream and discussion. So if you missed that, go ahead and go back and check it out and let me know what you think in the comments. I still respond to comments. Even after the show is posted, I still respond to comments. I've responded to some comments on videos that I posted a year ago. In addition to that, earlier today, we talked about Love in Paradise and a beautiful proposal that Valentine did. We also talked about Frankie's amazing house and how Frankie does not talk, you know, the way Bilal always talks about his assets and his intergenerational wealth and yada, yada, yada. Frankie has all these things and has not said one word about it. He's just living that life, chilling. Beautiful home. Absolutely beautiful home. We talked about Frankie's beautiful home. So definitely check that out on the replay. Leave comments. Let me know what you think. Later this week on Thursday on my other channel, What Did I Just Watch? I will be talking about Hellbound and Ju-on Origins because I really want to complete these series before the end of the summer, because after this, I really like to get into All of Us Are Dead, and I might pair that with Kingdom because of the similar subject matter, but I want to get through Hellbound and Ju-on Origins first, both on Netflix. So definitely come through on Thursday on What Did I Just Watch? Check that out. And then finally on Friday, we're going to have a good time talking about some action and horror. The first two movies are not horror movies. RRR, which stars for Rise, Roar, Revolt, is a South Indian. Actually, I want to say it's one of the highest grossing Indian films of last year. I think it came out in 2021. Amazing, epic adventure. We want to talk about that. And then we also want to talk about Carter, which is a South Korean action movie, which is like, if you like John Wick, if you like the Matrix style action, mixed in with a little bit of the car stunts from like a Fast and Furious type movie. Carter, I want to talk to you guys about it because it blew me away. And then Prey, which like I'm gonna wait till Friday to get into Prey because I have a lot to say about it. I was pleasantly surprised because I slept hard on Prey, but I want to talk to y'all about it on Friday. So it says, I already said it and we'll say it. If you see three quarters or more of someone's eyes, they're batshit crazy. Usman's first wife was terrible. Yeah, I see the correction here. Yeah, the first wife was terrible. He hasn't learned his lesson, so I don't feel bad for him at all. Like you keep going after the same type of women, you're going to keep getting the same type of issues. So I can't say anything about that. But let me get out of here because I want to relax and I want to watch What We Do in the Shadows because that's my show. That's what I watch on Tuesday nights. That's one of my favorite shows right now is What We Do in the Shadows. Another one I just started watching is called Reservation Dogs. So I have to check out. I only watched the first episode, but I'm invested, so I want to see the next episode of that. I'm going to try to finish The Sandman. And then another really great show that I really, really have been enjoying is Paper Girls. So if you're looking for something to watch, those would be my recommendations. But as always, thank you so much for joining me today. I had a great time talking to you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. With that, I'm out.